Game 2 inbound, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
And nope, we are not going to get a chance to look at that Gdansk build again, but we can poke around in between games. All right, Zath, it's a pivotal game 2. AYAYA back to the wall. They're in green here, spawning on the top end of Northern Waters. Talk me through their lineup.
Yeah, so we've got Moyu in the Delny with Dazzle. Good choice, I think. That's going to be fun on this one. Yichu back in the Daring again. PreyQ back in the Ragnar. BYF taking another expensive boat, the Puerto Rico this time. And then we've got RBQ's Zhao with unique upgrade. Akatsuki is now in a Marseille with Honoré, and we've got Muan now in a Prince Ben Aranye saying, hey, I kind of like what you did to me last game. I want to do that back to you guys.
More.
All
right.
Tell us about Red.
RESIN in red, spawning in the south side of Northern Waters here, fielding a 4-destroyer lineup. Headlined by Big Six's Delny. He is speed boosting over here to A. He is backed up immediately at close range by Big Boy's Georg Hoffman. Again, a ship that is relatively new that we were commenting on how uncommon. We would probably never see this in King of the Sea. But in this instance, that 6-kilometer hydro it packs, somewhat impactful. Paired up with Mad Dog's Ragnar and Peyton's Des Moines. That is a whole lot of I really want to find destroyers and spot them and murder them going to one cap.
Oh, absolutely, yes. And the Hoffman we saw at that pivotal one-line island at A, we saw that come into great effect yesterday.
Indeed. Headed to the sea flank, Eagle Lance's Z42 and Mabuki's Zhao, unique upgrade. And then for the moment, Boom Diana's Prince Oranji kind of hanging mid, now starting to kind of maybe turn over towards the A cap. I'm wondering if he's going to snuggle up to this island here along the 4 line. He's got that 15-kilometer radius on his planes gives him a huge impact. He could probably just hang here for a spell and see how things shake out and then decide where he wants to deploy.
Yeah, I mean, I think both teams brought a Prince Van Oranje to deal with any possible Soviet radar, right? The 12-kilometer radar, Petro, whatever. And so that island is a pretty safe spot to hit and farm out Petro that's on the opposite side, north of the A cap or south of the A cap, depending on the side. So neither team brought one of those, so it's kind of like, okay, well, we know where the Des Moines probably going to go from a Yaya's perspective, and I would imagine that RESIN anticipates the Puerto Rico is going to go to the opposite spot. So I think both these cruisers are getting into position to Dutch oven.
First contact along the 1 line. The 2 Delnys discover each other in a position that probably has them a little uncomfortable as the Marseille begins to chip in on Big Six and really just slaps him around. Obviously pushes his reload booster. More shells, more of those big French HE shells coming down range. He is just trying to get the hell out of Dodge.
Yeah, those shells missed.
Big Six doing a good job of just dodging incoming fire here. Drawing to a stop. Does take another good hit from the Marseille.
And a sticky fire, so he's going to be lit from farther away now.
They're trying, Zat, they're trying to, am I reading this right? They're trying to drive the Marseille to the island on the 1 line.
It looks like it. I think the plan was a little bit more cautious, but then now Big Six is there, and I mean, they're smelling blood in the water, man.
Well, I mean, I can get it. He finally does. The fire expires. He's finally dark. He's noticed that he's holding his damage control just to make sure he doesn't get lit again, and he hasn't.
Yes.
The Marseille is going to make it to this island, Zath, but
paying dearly for it.
He cost him well over half his HP, coming up on 2/3 of his HP here, and he's sitting directly across from a Georg Hoffman, whose torpedoes could very quickly end his life if they're able to find a way to make that come together.
Ironically enough, we saw this yesterday with Bonks. They sat a cruiser on the other side of a Hoffman on this island, and it eventually got farmed out to death.
Well, and now you see Boom Diana moving up in response to this with his Dutch oven planes like, nope, you are not going to get to sit here without getting harassed.
But you can see how narrow that drop rectangle is. Akatsuki is able to dodge most of that, actually all of it, by just pulling forward a bit.
Yep.
I'm surprised Moyu's just hanging out in Hoffman's hydro range. Like, okay, I'll just get shot at for free, no problem.
I mean, that's what he's doing.
Just feels so weird.
Yichu's daring, very exposed out here in the middle of the map. He moved all the way out here just to get some torpedoes downrange on Peyton's Des Moines position. Peyton's hydro has expired for the moment, however. The Prince Orangi hydro kind of covering his back a little bit. We'll see how that plays out. So even when Big Boy's hydro expires, these two are absolutely going to be proxy spotting each other. They know exactly where Moyu is. They know exactly where Akatsuki is. Torpedoes now going to be picked up by the hydro. In fact, the Ragnar, Pre-Q's Ragnar now out in mid, well spotted.
Well, he's opening up in Big Boy 69's Hoffman.
Yep.
They're trying to just do something about it, but AYAYA's not in a real position to do anything, frankly. So they're just losing more hit points trying to help a teammate who's already dead.
You say that, but they're making a play for Zath. It's slow, it's measured, but it's coming, right? RBQ's push down the 10 line. Muon's Prince Orangi coming down the 7 line, spearheaded by Yichu's Daring, who they've rotated over from the A-cap. They're going to be stepping onto C here in the next 60 seconds or so.
Sure.
Feels like Resin's game really kind of hinges on getting this Marseille out of position, or I was out of position, killing it. Once they do, however, life starts to feel a lot better. Oh, massive Marseille salvo, massive Prince Orangi salvo there coming in on Resin's cruisers.
Yep, we saw that. I saw the first shell coming in, didn't do as much, but I think Akatsuki had his reload booster going, knowing Boom Diata is kind of stuck broadside to him. Took advantage of that.
He did. Big hits there. Orangi having to retreat now.
BYF's Puerto Rico getting involved now.
They got him lit, so he was dark for a moment, but the fire on his stern absolutely keeps him lit now, and I suspect they're going to cling Boom Diata up here in a minute. They're never going to let him live if they can help it.
No, he's in a very important piece to get off the board, because then Kotsky is a lot safer now in his
Puerto Rico AP falling in. All falls astern.
Short. Now they're not going to come away with that kill. Boom Diata lives to bomb another day.
Torpedoes crawling up Eagle Lance's stern while his hydro's ticking. He knows now there's somebody over there. In fact, they've got the Daring lit on his hydro.
Yep.
So they now know that AYAYA making a play, threatening the C-cap. They got some good damage into RBQ's Zhao there. Another good salvo.
Better damage.
Yeah. Zhao's AP is no joke. If you show him the opportunity, he's going to make it. They got the Marseille.
Boy grabs the Akatsuki.
They charged him.
Too far forward.
They charged him, and they got him.
Wow.
Mr. President, we got him.
That's right.
That frees Resin up. You can already see Peyton rounding the corner. Big Boy.
There's RBQ.
Big Boy very, very low. Big Boy's going to burn out, but they do bag the Zhao on the 10 line. And if Mabuki can stay in the game, that's a big deal.
He just finished his heal, and his DCP is down.
Well, he's got torpedoes coming in, but his hydro's up so he can see them. But on the map edge, can he avoid them? No.
Yeah, he'll be
no. Ooh, this is going to be close, kids.
Called it.
He's fine. All right. Just like that, AYAYA down a ship, but working to get up a cap here.
I like Prey Q. Look at Prey Q.
Uh-oh.
Like, leave my friend alone.
Yeah, Eagle Lance in a bit of a pickle here. The Ragnar has moved over to cause him particular trouble. He's spotted now as well. Oh, man, the Z42 AP doing good work against the Ragnar there, Zath.
Yep. Radar's expiring, but Eagle Lance is shooting, so...
Yeah, Eagle, I think, has just decided, I'm going to go out here, but I'm going to get max damage into this Ragnar before I do.
Very nice salvo in from Boom Diata, by the way.
I
It's
think
going to
they
probably be a
realize.
trade now.
I think they realize they can trade Eagle for the Ragnar, and if they can pull that off, they'll be happy with it, and they do.
Final shell from the Zao, from Mabuki.
Mabuki Zhao takes care of it. Now we're at a point where Resin can afford to trade ships because they have a ship advantage, and now they have a 2-ship advantage. The Puerto Rico goes out. Zath, he had a lot of health. Did the Des Moines?
He did, but he got Dutch ovened.
Oh my goodness! I can't believe they were able to kill BYF that quickly. That Puerto Rico was super healthy a little while ago.
Yeah, well, now he's super not.
I was starting to get concerned again, Zath. I kept looking at the sea push going, I don't know about this. Are they going to be able to hold? And turns out, yes.
Mm-hmm. Now, of course, because Resin's up a game, I'm personally rooting for AYAYA so we get to a game 3. But I don't know that that's going to happen.
It does not look good right now, Zath. If they were tied on ships, I would say it would be more interesting. But down a ship like this, they're in trouble.
Yeah, Moyu trying to get into the ACAP, but
no,
Hayden
denied.
and Big Six are both there to receive that.
Yeah.
So.
Well, they know that Moyu's beat up. Big Six trying to back up a little bit, get some spots on him, maybe get him to open up his guns again. They're going to catch a brief glimpse of each other here. Or is the Rock going to be just perfectly positioned that they never quite make it?
They'll spot in a second.
So far, they haven't managed it, but it's going to happen probably right about here. There it is. They do finally catch a glimpse. He's trying to bait Moyo into firing. There it is. Now he can get out of here, and that'll give Peyton plenty of salvos to work up. They're trying to. I think they're just trying to trade Big Six for this Delny, Zath. They're trying to clean this Delny up so they can pull Peyton off this side of the map completely.
Both Delnys are out of heals. Yeah, Big Six just lazily pulls forward and done.
They've got Mabuki trapped in the corner of the map. Muon's Oranji trying to take care of him here. The other Oranji throwing AP into his broadside and getting good work out of it right there. In fact, Muon's going to burn down. No, he's not. They do finally bag Moyo's Delny way over on the 1 line as the Zao is going to clean up the other Oranji way down in the corner, Zath. That's going to be it. There's no way AYAYA's getting back in this game with this daring.
That's it.
Wow. Such a strong board position, Zath, and Resin had just seemingly all the right answers at the right time.
That they did. I really struggle with the Marseille push onto that rock. I think that completely messed everything up. Which is what's weird about it is AYAYA took advantage of Bonks doing that to them yesterday.
Yeah.
So why would you do what the opponent did and lost?
I don't know. I don't know, Zath. It's an interesting question. You know, you and I talked